his body bound in dregs and tears. We laid him down in Joseph's tomb, the interest sealed by every stone. Messiah still in all along. Oh, praise the name of the Lord our God. Oh, praise His name forevermore. Oh, endless days we will see Your praise. Oh Lord our God. Oh, praise the name of the Lord our God. Oh, praise His name forevermore. Oh, endless days we will see Your praise. Oh Lord our God. Oh Lord our God.
Hey guys, Carlos Cortez here with another episode of Scriptures and Wall Street. I hope you are doing good. Before I get started, if you don't mind, like and subscribe our new channel at rumble.com. Just look up Scriptures and Wall Street or my name, Carlos Cortez, and like and subscribe. We need a bunch of followers over there. We get a lot of views, but not on our private channel. On that channel, I will be posting some content, talking about some things, fly-by-night stuff that I'm driving by. I see a business, or I just go live randomly, just talking about something that I see that you guys got to check out. Head there right now, and it will be very, very informative. Now, with that being said, anything on this podcast that I mention is not financial advice. I am a financial advisor, but this is not financial advice. Everything on this podcast should be deemed as information and education purposes only. If you would like advice, then simply call our office, 813-448-3446, or visit our website at cortezwm.com. You can download a free copy of our financial planning process, which is the ABC process that we've had for 2 decades now. Just go to AmericaFirstRetirementPlan.com and download a free guide, and you can learn a little bit about our process, how it could help you out. With that being said, I want to make sure that you understand that Jay Powell really doesn't have our interests at heart. I know that's like breaking news, but let's talk about what's actually going on. I have an article that I want to share with you real quick. So here we are. The Fed could slash rates by 200 points over 8 straight meetings at the economy heads for the sharper downtrend, Citi says, which is interesting because you mean to tell me you're going to meet 8 times and you're going to keep on lowering interest rates? Does this really, really help the economy? As a matter of fact, by the time you meet 8 times, our country literally is 180 degrees worse than what it is now. It will be detrimental. So here's the thing. The whole thing, the reason why I want to talk about this is because everybody wants a lower interest rate, a lower mortgage, a lower car note. And I'm a big fan of that. Don't get me wrong. But our economy is built on a low interest rate environment. When you bought your new truck, when you bought your home 5-10 years ago, you're laughing because you got a 2, 3, 4% fixed mortgage on your house. And so this inflation really didn't touch you unless it messed up with your income, at least when it came to your real estate mortgage for the past 10 years. So what happens is that businesses are ran, projections are ran, all these reports are ran based on a lower interest rate environment. And when we have feds now, like Jerome Powell, not the Fed Now program, that's a whole nother issue. But as we have Jerome Powell saying they could slash over 200 basis points over 8 straight meetings. Guys, what this tells me It is guaranteed that they're going to lower interest rates. And today, with it being July 9th, as of this recording, Jerome Powell came out and said that he likes the data. He wants to see some more data before he more cooling of inflation, more data to basically give him more confidence to lower interest rates. All that basically means is, hey, I'm not ready to crash the economy yet. Let's keep on printing money. Let's keep on artificially inflating and financially inoculate the economy. Because what I'm about to do by lowering interest rates, we're still going to have a market crash. Well, it's so long. It is very, very imminent that the more that you print, the more that you hide the real estate, the commercial real estate crisis, the more that you hide the inflation crisis, the more that you hide the pension crisis, the border crisis, the fentanyl crisis, all these crises that we've been having, it is all going to hit the fan. And so you, Mr. Powell, you're not being truthful. You're not being authentic. You're being a talking puppet because you're bought out. You're simply just bought out. And you're getting drilled. And, this reminds me of Ben Bernanke. If you guys remember Ben Bernanke, he was being interviewed by Congress. And it felt like, they were just beating him. I feel like they're going to do that the same with Jerome Powell. There is going to be a recession, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. There is going to be a market correction. And we don't have to look no further. So this article actually talks about, several different things. Of course, it's behind a paywall. And they want me to pay like $300. I'm not going to support you, Fortune. But go over to another woke media here. So let me switch screens here. So when you raise interest rates, obviously inflation is going to go up. People get hurt. Mortgages get hurt. Credit cards go up. 401k withdrawals go up. But check this out. The Business Insider on Yahoo Finance basically says that stock market would drop 32% in 2025. Guys, that's like 6 months. That's less than 6 months from now. We're past the halfway mark. As the Feds fail to save the economy from a recession, researchers fail. Researchers firm says, and basically the article says that the S&P, some of the bullet points, S&P 500 will plunge 32% in 2025. A recession finally hits the U.S. economy. Guys, there is so much going on. There is so much going on about things that are not being talked about behind the scenes, from the cost of cocoa, from consumer staples, from the border, the housing crisis, the unsecured debt that America has, from the Bank of International Settlements, from the downgrades. All this is going to hit the fan. And so, yeah, we will have a market correction because you can't fake your way out of all this. You can't do it. And some of the bullet points, even woke Yahoo is saying this. S&P will plunge 32% in 2025 as recession finally hits. No duh. The firm said that the Fed will fail to prevent a recession as it takes its time cutting interest rates. Well, we just saw on Fortune that they said that they're going to have 8 meetings. They're going to cut rates over 8 meetings. Let's think about that. They meet every quarter, sometimes once a month. So we're going to probably 15 months to 2 years of this nonsense coming up of interest rates deductions. And they're probably going to cut it at least over 200 basis points, which is 2 points. So the stock market will crash in 32% 2025 as a Fed Reserve fails to prevent a recession, according to the most bearish strategists on Wall Street. Further on, it says that Peter Berenson, chief global strategist at BCA Research, said it recently noted that recession will hit the U.S. economy later this year or in early in 2025. The downturn will send the S&P tumbling to 3750. We're going to pull up the charts here shortly. The consensus soft landing narrative is wrong. The U.S. will fail into a recession late 2024, early 2025. Growth in the rest of the world will also slow sharply. But by then it's too late. You can't just lower your interest rates. Up, recession's here. They're always late to the game, the Fed. They're always late to the game. Check out this video. What just happened in China? One of the biggest banks in China went insolvent. And check out all these people. All right. Yeah, I mean, you see the people in China, they're freaking out. They got their life savings in this bank and they need their money. They need their money now. But here's the thing, when you do business with banks, you actually don't own your money anymore. You sign all these privacy notices, privacy statements that you relinquish your rights to your money the moment you start opening that checking account. And that's what most people don't know, is that when you deposit your money in a bank, you give them the rights to have discretion over it, to give you back the money that is yours at their terms. And their terms are something like this: large cash withdrawals, behavioral issues. Like if you look at Candace Owens, look at Dr. Mercola, they don't like you, or if they don't like me or what I'm saying on this podcast, they can simply shut you down. And you agree legally that you're okay with that. So this is a massive scam. Like, it's a legal scam that is happening to Americans, that and all the banks do it. I mean, imagine what a communist country can do. They can just take all your money, no legal disclosure or not, as long as they're feeding their government. So we're going to see bank failures. Remember, in 2023, we had more bank failures than we did in 2008. It's going to get nasty. There are a lot of things I can talk about, a lot of articles we can read, but most importantly, I want to just go to my favorite thing. You guys know I don't like talking without quantifying and qualifying it. So here we are. You know what I'm about to do next here? Let's take a look at KRE. You remember this bad boy? You guys probably know this by heart. Right now, it's trading at 49. Last time we spoke about it last week, it was around $48, I believe. Let's hear. Yeah, it hasn't done anything. It was at 47. So they're propping it up. They're keeping it stagnant. I actually got a buy signal, which is confusing because my red light bars basically tell me that there's momentum. You don't buy or sell when these are green. You don't sell when it's red. You definitely don't buy. And so I'm getting a mixed bags. It could turn. So we're going to have to just wait and see on this one. But it definitely looks like it is. It definitely looked like it's being propped up and consolidated. So as we look into these charts, I want to just continue that there are other indicators. I haven't seen this one yet, so it's the first time I'm looking at this, literally just pulling it up. Let me get rid of these drawings. Yep. And so this is Starbucks. And Starbucks has been on a downward trend, as you can see. And people do not want to just buy $5 coffees anymore. They're tired of it. They're absolutely tired of expensive coffees, but it's also a good indicator that it's also a good indicator that we are seeing a massive decline. And so when we have these declines, it went from literally February of this year, it was at almost $100. And now it's down 30% to 72, roughly 30%, $72. People are not buying their $5 coffees because why? Inflation is too high. And our dollar, speaking of the dollar, we're going to go straight to the US dollar. Our dollar hasn't been there. Like we are having some serious issues with our dollar. I think it's the opposite of everyone is saying. Our dollar legit is all right. So this KRE, let me show you the dollar. Okay, here we are. So we see a little bit of red in our dollar. We understand. Let me go full screen on this, guys, so you can see better. So we have the US dollar starting to show signs of weakness. Now it's been propped up the past quarter. So back in January, we are over here in January. The dollar started showing signs of weakness, and then boom, it got propped up. Started showing weakness, boom, it got propped up. We're in that weakness thread again where they're doing a head fake. And maybe the dollar's getting weakened and they prop it up one more time. So typically when we have like 7 waves of a trend, we want to see 7 waves of a trend. And that way we can continue. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's our 6 waves since our all-time low here. Typically, when we have these waves, we will around 7, 8, or 9 waves. We'll see a massive correction. So the trend is going up. I don't know if you guys can see that. The trend is going absolutely going up on a dollar since 2023. And we're on this upward trend on a dollar. I don't know how long it will last if they keep on promoting it, but I really feel this is going to be extremely political with Jerome Powell at its edicts. But let's look at the overall markets real quick. This is what I really want to see. So we saw like articles here that the S&P market will drop 32% in 2025 as Fed tries to save the economy from a recession. And so the consensus is, guys, is that, oh man, we're going to lower interest rates. We're going to lower interest rates. Yes, we're going to refi our mortgage and finally we can breathe. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. It's going to be too late. You see, our economy is built on low interest rates. Our mortgages, our banks, everything that we consume is built on lower interest rates. And it's going to take 2 to 4 years for it to have an equilibrium process. During those 2 to 4 years, we could have stock market failures. One year of 30%, the following another 25%, the following another 10%. What are you doing right now to avoid this crash, to avoid this nonsense? And so if we look at the stock market now, the S&P 500, it's interesting because we're right here. Whenever I get these blue crosses, these blue crosses right here show that the markets are going up. And we got one here back in November 23rd. It went up from, where was that? 428 to 506 roughly, 507. So yeah, it just shot up, breathed a little bit, and it shot right back up. So having this ability to know when this is coming in fruition is huge. However, if we scroll back from the previous years, look at this downturn. Like we in 2022 to 2020, almost 2023, Like, yeah, from 2022, the market was down big time. And goodness gracious, you would have had to wait another 3 years to get your money back to where it was at. So we don't want to have all this happening to you guys. We understand that you need to protect your principal as you go into this retirement. One ways we do that is we simply have insurance-based contracts where when the market goes up, we make all of this, we make all of the index. When the market goes down, we simply do not lose anything. And so you don't have to be victim of this violent swings anymore when we have accounts that are safe, that are effective, that actually give you a bonus. Like you can get a 20% bonus depending on your state, but interest rates are going down. So those 20% bonuses are not going to be there for much any longer. I've already seen plenty of insurance carriers starting to lower the interest rates. And so before that happens, give us a call, 813-448-3446. Talk about having an index account with a 20% bonus. If that's you, if you want to carve out something and protect you from a dollar crash, protect you from a recession, protect you from a market situation, you no longer have to diversify in bonds and treasuries and stocks and ETFs and mutual funds and precious metals. No, you need insurance contracts that will guarantee a portion of your retirement. So having ability to have money in the markets, let us manage that for you, but also having another bucket of money where your nest egg belongs will help you guide through the financial hurricanes we're about to face with all this talk about a market recession that's coming in 2025, could be 2024. I mean, I really feel as soon as Trump gets in, they're going to crash that market, boy. They're going to dump it like a sack of crap, man, like right on his head. Going to give him a goose egg after he fought through the hush money, after he fought through Russia, after he fought through the stolen election, after he fought through the campaigning, after he fought through the fake prison sentences and the threats, and after he fought in the Supreme Court, after he fought for campaigning, after he fought till he couldn't fight anymore, they're going to throw the market at his face. They're going to throw it all at his face, and they're going to say, see, I told you so. You Republicans can't get this right. You conservatives can't get this right. Now, I understand there's rhinos. Some people think Trump is a rhino, whatever. But my question to you, if you don't like Trump, who are you going to vote for? Who is going to take his spot? Somebody has to take his spot. I honestly want to know, because you can conspiracy theorize your way out of this into oblivion. The unsecured, the QFS, you can talk about precious metals, how you need to have it because the banks are going to fail, how Trump is pro-vaccine. You could talk about all that nonsense. Or noise. I don't want to say nonsense. I want to say noise. But at the end of the day, what is the markets doing? What is your money doing? That's where I'm here. That's where I come in. I want to speak the truth. I want to show you facts. I'm not here to play with your emotions. I want to show you the actual facts, numbers, charts, because it's my job to tell you what's going on. It's my job to legit give you the truth. And the truth doesn't care about your feelings. The truth doesn't care about your political opinions. This is what's actually happening. The stock market's going up. The dollar has been going up. It had one bad year over the past 5 years. It's inflated. You need to learn how to adjust for these portfolios. You need to learn how to take advantage of these rigged stock markets. I agree with you. The stock market's rigged. The stock market's this. I agree with you that Joe Biden's a clone. There's something wrong there, guys. Like every time he pops his face on big media, it's a different person. It's a different look. There's no way that he can stutter, mumble in one thing, and all of a sudden now he has all these great performances in North Carolina and Tampa. He didn't even show up to Tampa. Jill did. I mean, he's campaigning all over the place now all of a sudden. Give me a freaking break, man. Like, you are an enemy of the United States of America. You've crapped on our troops. You crapped on our single moms. You vomited on our economy. You pissed on our troops' graveyards. You don't even know how to salute our troops, our warriors for the red, white, and blue properly. Like, no one respects you, man. Not even the world. They think we're a joke. And you say, oh, I wasn't too old when I fixed this. I wasn't too young when I fixed this. I wasn't too old. But you know what? You didn't have dementia. You straight have dementia. Prove me wrong. Where's a cognitive test that you're supposed to take and publicly show everybody? Give me a freaking break, dude. Give me a break. And for those of you that are Trump haters or think he is a part of this new world government, maybe he is. Maybe you're right. But it's not my job. My job is to vote for the best option that America could get back on its feet. My job is to make sure that people can strategize their retirement so that they can afford a rising inflation, afford it during a market correction, a stock market failure. My job is to make sure that you have a reasonable, reliable, consistent rate of return and that your taxation isn't through the roof. My job is to honestly spread the word on Wall Street, even if people don't like it. My job is to help our God-fearing patriots. If that's you, if you want help, give us a call, 813-448-3446. We are blowing up. We're on everywhere. We're on multiple networks now. Stu had asked me to go start a show with him. It's going to be called SPN Financial. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do it on Twitter. So follow us on Twitter. Follow me at BudFox34 on Twitter. That's my personal page. And we also have Scriptures on Wall Street on Twitter as well. Follow us, man. Like, give us a follow. Give us a like over there. We want to help America. We want to fight the good fight. And there are warriors out there that are being persecuted. I get it. But at the end of the day, let's shine light with each other. Let's not spew hate on each other. And let's try to protect your retirement and have fun in the meantime. It doesn't matter who gets in the office. At the end of the day, the markets are still going to be the markets. There will always be a way to grow your money from a stewardship standpoint. There will always be a way to protect your money. And that doesn't mean you have to buy silver or precious metals. Yes, they can go up when a stock market goes down, but this is not the answer for long-term success. It is still volatile. It's still being traded by the guys that you're trying to avoid, the banksters, the hedge funds. So stay with us, guys. We're going to be dropping some awesome heat. Did I show? Let's see here. Did I show the S&P 500? Oh, before I go, I want to show you something pretty crazy. As you guys know, I was talking about Tesla. So Tesla recently is in the news because it hit this all-time low here. The other day, it hit this all-time low. I got a golden cross, and then I got a death cross, and then I got another golden cross, went up, and then I got a golden cross, and went down. I got another death cross, it went down, and then I got a golden cross, and it shot back up. So all of this is nothing but a trading range. It was as low as 101. Right now, it's trading at 262. Just yesterday or the day before, it was, geez, man, this thing was like at 203. But I don't like the actual Tesla stock. One thing I do like, and this is not a recommendation, guys. For those of you saying that I'm recommending this, I didn't say I was recommending. I said this is for information, education purposes only. Okay. Here's my blue golden cross. This is TSLL. It's times 2 Tesla. Now, Elon Musk is not an idiot. I will say that. But one thing I do want to share is that you see this bar here? It like kisses it. That was the all-time low there. It legit kissed that. And what does it do is once we hit that support, we get boom, like a rubber band. It just shoots back up. We get this golden cross. So it hits that all-time low. But you got to get in at these times. And so that's what I do. I like watching these things. I was out all last week. I didn't watch it. But my friend texted me, "Hey, did you see Tesla?" And it was like right here. I said, "Oh, shucks, I missed it." But imagine if you bought some call options here. Imagine if you bought on TSLL some call options, some 1650 call options right here. Could it get that high? Let me show you where 1650 is at. Let me get my ruler out. Yeah, 1650 is right about there. If it kisses there and you bought the call option on that and you just put like $2,000, that could have been a $13,000, $15,000 trade right there on the call options. This is times 2 Tesla. So this is a great trade for someone that wants to take a gamble on price action. You could have bought the 1650 call options. Now the thing with options is as soon as it expires, you lose everything. If you do not sell out of it, you lose everything. It is a high risk trade, guys. Like you only should buy options. First, you got to get approved for them. But if you bought the options on this, you're basically controlling 100 shares at whatever stock price you think it's going to go. Whether it's up or down. If it's down, it's called a put. If you're bullish on it, it is called a call. You're calling it before it happens. So that's what I love to do. I like calling things before it happens. So I went ahead and personally bought some yesterday, actually, Monday the 8th. And I bought 1650 call options. Let's see how it works. Come Friday, they expire Friday. Just put a few bucks in and I'll be happy to share some screens. But these are the type of things that we're going to be talking about in the future where you can make money in a rigged market. And I eventually will come up with the inner circle that we are going, and I'm testing right now with my own money, but I'm going to release it. It's not for clients. This is not a client relationship. It will be a subscription. I will be charging, I don't know, $10,000, $15,000 to join. And you should be able to make your money back if you follow the trades. But for a whole year, I will charge for this inner circle. I'm going to cap it out at only 30 people. So if you want to get in, I am taking a list of interested people. All you got to do is give us a call or email me at info@CortezWM. Say inner circle. I'm interested when you do come out with it. I don't know what the price point is. Maybe the first 10 people I'll give a huge discount to. But all we're going to do is build capital off a rigged market. That's what we're going to do. The manipulations of the market, I'm going to show you exactly how to make money off of it, what I'm doing personally. Again, I can't give financial advice on a podcast. This is another service where I'm not even giving financial advice. I'm just showing you my trades, what I'm making, what I'm doing, what I'm making, so that you can copy it yourself and that you can hang on the coattails, so to speak. Well, guys, I love talking with you guys. I love doing all these things. And if you made it this far, good on you. As you know, I will always mention my scriptures. So I'm reading this book, 31 Decrees of Blessing. Every single day, I spend 5-10 minutes with God before I even start my day. And this one hit me right between the eyes. It's day 28. I ordered another book through the same supplier. It's basically Prayers for Your Wife for Men. So it's a daily devotion. My wife saw that devotion book and she melted. So if you're in a doghouse or if you want to spark your marriage, definitely get a devotion book for men that prays for your wife. It is amazing how my wife accepted that. So the verse today is 1 Corinthians 14:4. The one who speaks in tongues advances his own spiritual progress. In Matthew 21:22, Jesus is mentoring the disciples on the power of prayer. He tells them, if you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. How amazing is that? Jesus is letting us know that all the faith-filled prayer is a key to receiving everything the Father has for us on earth. You already experienced this. Think of your salvation. At that moment, when you realize that Jesus did truly give his life for you, you believed, you prayed the prayer of salvation and faith, and you received eternal life in Christ. It is the same thing for every good thing the Father has for you, everything that he wants to release through you, whether it's provision, protection, promotion, power, breakthrough, healing, miracles, resurrection, transformation, favor, wisdom, you name it. The way you receive it, it is known is for you and to ask for it in prayer. It goes on a little more. But guys, all we got to do is ask our Father the desires of our heart. Be vulnerable with him. Ask him straight up. Like before I created this podcast, I asked God to give me the wisdom to do it. And he gave me years of experience. So I could just get on here. I can prepare a little bit and talk to you guys. But at the end of the day, my aim is always going to be the cross. I don't care about making the money. The money is going to come. I know how to do it on myself. But the heavenly deposits, it's you asking God, hey, can I have my name written in the book of life? I love you. I need you as my savior. I want to change. I want the best God-given potential you have for me, which I am your child. That's all you got to say. And I need you for the rest of my life. I will serve you, Lord, however you want me to serve. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for strong men that can serve in this Luciferian times. If that's you, close your eyes and ask him into your heart and say that you are a failure without him, but you are a conqueror with his blood. You are cleansed by his blood. And I pray that this message hits you and that you can receive Christ in your heart, because all this is going to go away one day. The only thing you have is your word on Judgment Day. He will ask you, what did you do for me? I don't know all the questions he's going to ask, but I do know he's going to say, what'd you do for me? Because some of the responses in the Bible, he says that, depart from me, I never knew you. Or the other one is, which I am going to hear, is, well done, my faithful servant. Well done, my faithful servant. So everything that you're doing right now, are you ready to hear those words? Or how are you earning those words? Well done, my faithful servant. I hope that hits you like it hits me. God bless you guys. I'm out of here. Don't forget to like and subscribe or book your appointment at cortezwm.com. And I will be talking with you soon, my friends. God bless you.